Welcome to the Gay Buddhist Forum, where teachers from all schools of Buddhism offer their perspectives on the Dharma and its application in modern times, especially for LGBTQI audiences. These talks are offered freely to the world and made possible by appreciative listeners. If you would like to support our efforts to share the Dharma with underserved audiences, please visit gaybuddhist.org. There you can donate, find a list of upcoming speakers, or enjoy many hundreds of these recorded talks dating back to 1996. Welcome back, everyone, to the Gay Buddhist Fellowship on this second day of 2011. Our tradition is to go around and introduce ourselves first before we hear from our speakers. Before we do that, just by a show of hands, is there anyone here for the first time or returning after a long absence? So we can just go around the room with our names. I'm Tom Bruein.
Peter. Daniel.
Marty.
Daniel.
Ari.
Will.
My name is Kate.
Jeff.
Jack.
Mark.
My name is Ray Dyer.
And Mark.
I'm Clint.
David.
My name is John.
And Amy.
I'm Bruein. I'm Richard.
I'm Jim.
My name is Bobby.
My name is Jerry Jones.
Dr. Wood.
Jay Davidson.
Marvin.
My name is Bill Hurley.
Joe.
My name is Mark.
Steve.
Michael. George. Paul Winternitz.
I'm Larry Wish.
My name is Roy.
George.
My name is Baruch.
Ian.
Gary.
Adam.
My name is Tony Pascal.
I'm Bruce.
My name is Harley.
My name is Gary. I'm Casey.
Vincent.
My name is Michael.
Bob Siedelheim.
Jim Bucher.
Dennis Reno. Andre.
My name is Ben.
David.
I'm Jerry Martin.
I'm Kei Matsuda.
I am Manuel. Tom. My name is Lee Robbins.
My name's Eric.
Robert.
I'm Joe Good. Tom Cup.
My name's Rick.
And Mark.
Did we miss anyone? Welcome, everyone. Our speakers today, we have two speakers today. Thomas Faupl is a licensed marriage and family therapist in private practice in San Francisco's Castro district. Thomas will be introducing Geshe Shapur, a meditation master, scholar, and writer in the Tibetan Bon Buddhist tradition. Geshe Shapur received his Geshe degree in 2008 from the Bon School of Dialectics at Menri Monastery, the principal monastery for the Bon tradition, and the home of His Holiness Menri Trizin, the head of the Bon sect. While a student, he served as president of the School of Dialectics. Geshe Shapur is a visiting scholar and teacher at the University of California at Berkeley and is the spiritual director of Gyoshan Institute in the San Francisco Bay Area. Thomas is a student of Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, one of the first lamas to bring the Bon Dzogchen teachings of Tibet to the West. Thomas is also interested in the integration of Buddhist practice into everyday life. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, good morning and Happy New Year. I'm very honored to be here today and also very happy to have Geshe Shapur here with us. And as you heard in the introduction, Geshe La is both a scholar and a meditation master, and I'm very appreciative that he's come here today to talk a little bit about the Bon tradition, a very ancient and profound tradition from Tibet, one of the five schools of, one of the five traditions from Tibet. I'm going to talk a little bit about working with our experience, our present moment experience with the body, from my experience as a therapist informed by Buddhist practice. Geshe La will talk a little bit about the Bon tradition and also give us a short guided meditation working with the breath in the body. And then hopefully we'll have some time for questions.
Thomas, just 1 second. If you two gentlemen would like to come in and sit, we have a seat back there and cushions as well. Okay. Thanks very much.
My teacher, Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, has talked about that our moments of agitation, conflicts, and habits can actually be a doorway to another dimension of being, of clear and open awareness, of vitality, and of having direct experience with various qualities of being: love, compassion, joy, and open awareness. The question becomes, how can we move through this doorway and contact that? Whether we're working on ourselves therapeutically or doing some sort of transformational work or engaged in Buddhist practice, I think working with the body becomes one of the pillars. As a therapist, I'm becoming much more engaged in working with the body in my work because I believe it's a doorway to profound transformation, for deep healing, and for the direct experience of the ground of being. And I've kind of conceptualized a 4-step process of working with the body. And that process is connecting, reflecting, allowing, and trusting. Connecting is simply to put our attention on our bodies, to move our attention from our external worlds and turn our attention inward. Our emotions, our attentions, our sensations all reside in the body. But also, so does joy, love, compassion, and open awareness. In terms of healing, I think all the action happens from the neck down. And I think practically there can be some ways, from my experience, of working with the body throughout the day when we get off the cushion. And I think one way is to notice the rise and fall of the breath in the body. Just notice, where is it? Is it in our chest? Is it in our stomach? Can we contact that rise and fall and be with it moment to moment? When we're in the grocery store waiting in line, feeling agitated, or at the stop sign wanting to go when we can't. So that's something that I try to work continually with. The other step, I think, is to sense our arms and legs, is to really put our full attention on our body. Just sense our arms and legs. And adding to that, sensing our central torso. The third thing is to do both of those things together. Is to notice the breath while we sink a bit into our bodies. And the fourth thing is to do that multiple times a day. Especially when we're getting stressed or fatigued or tired or we can't stop thinking. Now, if somebody has a background of a lot of trauma, PTSD, severe depression, working with the body needs to be handled with other skillful means. Working with a therapist, various things. I think with depression, significant depression, one has to work with the body by moving it. I think I'm a big believer of cardio exercise, 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 times a week. I think that is a very powerful antidepressant. If one has a lot of trauma, being in the body is not a safe thing to do. Having to tolerate those emotions can be overwhelming. So one has to go slowly, and I think there's a lot of good therapists that can work with that. The second thing that I would like to say is that if once we start to connect, it's important to reflect, to be curious, to want to know the truth of our experience. When we get up in the morning, what are we experiencing? Are we anxious? Are we depressed? Are we numb? What is the experience? Or are we open and joyful? But just to acknowledge the experience, I think, becomes really important, and to be curious to say, okay, what am I working with today? I think our experience becomes workable when we know what we're feeling and what we're thinking. And we can't know that unless we're really inquiring. We're reflecting, we're being curious. And once we do that, I think the next step is the process of allowing. Can we be with our experience without fiddling with it, without poking at it, without pushing it away, or analyzing it? And I think one of the big things that we encounter is our inner critics, that has some sort of commentary about us, about the experience that we're having. So the inner critic becomes something to come to terms with. And that can take a number of years to do that. But particularly, I think the inner critic comes up when we are dealing with the shadow emotions that maybe don't fit into our sense of self. Anger, rage, hatred, jealousy, pettiness. I think those experiences also have to be worked with in the body, allowed, not pushed away, not judged, but just let them be until the experience dissolves. And finally, I think the final thing that's needed is a sense of trusting. As we work with our bodies and allow our experience, I think we can hit very deep places inside ourselves, deep places of anger or deep places of fear. And if we can go through the arc of experience, of noticing what's happening, being curious about what's happening, allowing what's happening, and fully trusting what's happening, we will move out to the other end. It's guaranteed. The body knows, but our conceptual minds tend to doubt. So I think cultivating this knowing of the body becomes critical. So having said that, I know the Bön tradition has very powerful practices of working with the body, and it's been very powerful for me to do those practices. And I can't think of anyone better to talk about this tradition and the practices other than Geshe-la. So, hand it over.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Tibetan we say Trashi Dilek. Trashi Dilek means Happy New Year or auspicious sign. And first I'm going to say I'm sorry. I learned my English just only almost 1 year, something like that. So I can not speak very well English. And I just moved here in the San Francisco Bay Area 2 months ago. I used to live in Los Angeles. I studied English in Galindo Community College. So that's why I'm just trying to talk a little bit shortly about Bon tradition in my life, how to be have the tradition or the practice for me, and I want to share for you. And actually, Bon tradition, I think most people heard here or no. Usually, Bon tradition historically, 18,000 years ago, most scholar says that is not Buddhist. But usually we say Bon Buddhist tradition. All the time we say Bon Buddhist tradition. Usually that's why Bon tradition we believe Buddha, not only Shakyamuni. Shakyamuni is Buddha, but we have another also Buddha. So we say Buddha Shenrab. Buddha Shenrab means one Buddha of his name. And he was born more than 18,000 years ago. So we all the time, Bon Buddhist, Bon tradition is old tradition of Tibet. So anyway, Tibetan tradition has 5 sects: Bon and Nyingma and Sacha and Gelu. So usually everybody know Dalai Lama, right? Dalai Lama is part of Gelupa. So Bon is anyway. The Bon is very early one, oldest tradition. So Buddha Shenrab taught about Sutra and Tantra and Dzogchen. So most similar when Shakyamuni Buddha taught about Sutra, Tantra, Dzogchen, 3 different kind of practice. Most are very, very similar, but Bon is earlier than Buddha Shakyamuni. So that's usually Bon has Sutra, Tantra, Dzogchen teaching. And that's when I found it, or when I studied about Bon Buddhism, when I was 12 years old, then I became monk. I think everybody know monk means. And when I was 12 years old, then my parents asked me, "Are you going to be monk or not?" But at that time, I didn't know how to become monk. I saw only monastery, and the monks are just all the time happy life, They are living in the monastery. Everybody is laughing. It looks like very happy, right? So I said, yes, I do. But I don't know how to do. What is the take vows? Vows. Something. What is the vows? I didn't know, but it looks very happy. All monks. So I said, yes, I do. Then I was 12 years old, then I became monk, and I went to a monastery. And in Tibet, when I was 16 years old in Tibet, then I went to India. First, I also studied about a little bit of Bon in Tibet, but at that time I didn't know very well. When I was very young, most time my times with childs. And I went to India. Then India has a main monastery. This morning, His Holiness Meditation's home place, right? Home place. There, I studied more than 17 years. 17 years about the Bon Buddhist. And mainly, first studied 8 years Sutra, and 4 years Tantra, then Dzogchen. Dzogchen means, I think, everybody know, right? That's the highest teaching of Tibet, right? Can you a little bit explain Dzogchen?
Dzogchen it's the pinnacle of Tibetan Buddhist meditation.
Yeah, this is highest. Well, sometimes Dzogchen means great perfection, right?
The great perfection.
Yeah,
yes.
great perfection vehicle or something. That is only have in Bon in another Nyingma. You know, maybe most people heard Nyingma, right? So only have Bon, you know, Bon in the Nyingma. So that's Tibetan highest teaching. Usually Dzogchen means looks very simple, but practice also very common, right? Everybody can be practice Dzogchen. Or it is special in West also very famous, you know. For example, some Bon lamas came to the West. Then they say we are going to talk about Dzogchen. Then many students coming, you know, because symbol and very powerful teaching. So today I'm going to talk about a part of the Dzogchen, inner refuge. I wanted to little bit share inner refuge, right?
Yes.
Inner refuge.
Inner refuge.
The means inner refuge means Tsalong Tile. Tsa means channel, and Tsalong means wind, and Tile means dwarfs. How do we find our inner refuge? That is very, very important. We have to know. Means, for example, Sutra in the Tantra, another lower vehicles, another lower practice, they all the time think about refugees outside. Outside means many people or something practitioners say, oh, we believe to the Buddha is there. For example, there. Right? Many people did not find or not think about our Buddha is inside. You know, for example, Sutra say all the time, 3 jewels, Lama is a guru, and Lama Sangji means Buddha, and Bon means teaching. Yes, all the time prayer or 3 objects, all the times outside. Dzogchen teaching say, no. Inner refuge or refugees, all the times ourselves. We have. Internally we have, but we don't know. How do we find the inner refuge? Refuge objects, right? Mm-hmm. When we know the inner refuge, we be enlightenment. But many people we don't think about that. Where is the enlightenment, right? Mm-hmm. So inner refuge objects, all the times we have here. Dzogchen teachings all the times. How to do that? How to we can find that refuge objects or Buddha. Already we have, but we don't know how to do. The means we say trunkor, Tsalong exercise. Then we can be find. For example, just after we do little bit of practice about life force Tsalong, and how to we find, where is the Buddha? Where is the Buddha? Where Buddha is outside or inside? For example, when we died, coming times died time, at that times everything's here. How to be clear, how to be opening, everything's here, nobody outside. So first we training to opening our energy chakras, heart chakras, whereas Dzogchen view also in the heart chakras. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes?
So the chakras.
Yeah.
So there's a whole system of chakras in the body, in this tradition, and channels.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And how to the opening our heart chakra. Just today we are talking about, we are practice about life force Tsalong.
Right.
Life force Tsalong. Life force Tsalong is for special for opening our internal Buddha, internal refugee, right? Internal refugee. And sometimes we say Zai Lamla Longi Tajunte. Our Zai Lamla, Zai Lam means channel. channel like a road, where somebody going, or the road like a channel. Along it, when somebody riding horse on the road, right? Similarly, in the wind is like a horse. Then all there are the drops is there. That is the Buddha's essence of the Buddha. So then how to we opening the heart chakra? Then we give us all opening, all happiness, all compassion, everything's come from there, that space. So we have to, how to do opening the exercise, we have little bit moments, very short moments, how to do opening. So we do little bit together. I will show you all how to do opening and a little bit life force exercise, and also we can be there. We have only a few minutes, right? So I'm just shortly, usually hong, ram, za, 5, 6 syllables or something, many different kinds, but just only I'm talking about life force exercise in the heart.
So this is working with the heart chakra.
Yeah.
And it is the chakra of our life force.
Life force, right? And also there is a syllable, Tibetan letter is a hong. Hong is giving energy by the syllable. This is the mind inside, We little bit, I will show you how to do opening our energy heart chakra, and how to the sounds. You can see how to do the work, giving energy. And first we do 9 breathings.
Sure.
Everybody 9.
They wouldn't know 9 breathings, so would you want to? There is a system of channels.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You.
So in addition to the chakras and the crown, the throat, the heart, the navel, and the secret chakra behind the genitals, there's also a system in this tradition of the channels. And there is in the center, a central channel, clear and transparent, that's blue, that goes from the top of our crown to 4 finger widths below the navel. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of that is 2 other channels that connect, and they come up to the side, up into our head and through our nose. The right channel is the white channel, and the left channel is the red channel.
Yes.
So when working with the 9 breathings, one is working with anger on the white channel, desire or attachment on the left channel, and doubt or fear, ignorance, in the central channel.
Okay. Yes. Now we do press, right? What's it? Press to the nostril, right nostril.
So working with the anger,
to purifying our anger, through the right nostril. First, inhale through the left nostril.
Inhaling through the left nostril.
Hold, push here. Again. One more. switch hands. Left side, left hand to push the inhale, right side. Imagining purifying the attachment. One more. Both sides. One more. Now your imagination in the or cleared or say anger, attachment, ignorance. Then think about central channel already taught here, right? What say through the below neighbor to the crown. It has in the heart. In the heart. Now you think about heart. There is energy of all our most energies come from the heart. So we want to opening how to usually the shape like a jewel. The heart is there's a channel, right? Channel energy center is like a jewel. So we want to know the how to the opening. Open, to the open the how to do exercise body, right?
Yes. Inhale, usually for application for breathings, right? Inhale and the rehale and the hold and the exhale, right? So first you inhale the breath and the hold in the heart, right? In the heart chakra, energy of heart chakra. No, not exhale during the body movement. Okay? No.
This is a short practice of life force Dzogchen exercise. And first we done 9 breathings, right? 9 breathings. And life, body movement, right? Body movement, one thing. And 3 times, this is sound is power or giving energy by the sound, healing sound. Then when you do practice, then little bit relax. Then you think about Dzogchen teaching or natural mind. Usually we say the point view is natural mind. Then we want to know, or we observe, or we check where is the mind. Creative, what is there? You just right? You think a little bit relax. Sometimes we say vision is the mind. Means when you see outside any something, the phenomena or objects anywhere, whatever you see, you think about this practice, is there real or not? Is there real or not means, for example, I'm sitting here, is there's one picture or something there, you think, is real or not? Who made it this real? Who created the real? Who created the black? The picture is black, right? Who created the black? You think about, usually we say, Dzogchen teaching say, vision is the mind. Means all the time we think about that's from the mind. Vision is the mind. You see, whatever you think about the first time, is there's everything's created by the mind. So there's nothing physically strongly or the mind, by the mind. So vision is the mind. You think where is there? You finally nothing find there. Vision is mind. And again you check there's, and where is the mind? First you think about the objects, right? And by the mind, that's black, something like that. Or everything is created by the mind. Then after you think about your mind, where is your mind? When you checked, when you observe your mind, you cannot find your mind. We say mind is empty. That's usually that's a little bit complicated. This Dzogchen view, usually not say in the sutra and another thing, the vehicles, they don't say about that. First, vision is mind. Mind is empty. Emptiness is clear light. When you see practice, whereas we already opened the heart chakra, right? Energy center, there's already opened. Mind is empty. If we don't see there is nothing like empty, there is a clear light. We say mind emptiness is a clear light, right? Tom, clear light? Yeah, emptiness is a clear light. Then you be happy, or all your practice results from that clear light. This is Dzogchen teaching, and the Dzogchen views that. So we will, I hopefully I will come here next time also, and we will do a little bit of continually how to use that, how to opening the heart chakras, and usually there's many methods, So I know first time the Dzogchen teaching taught about in Tibet, even in Tibet, Tibetan people, they know very well Tibetan language and Tibetan text, right? They don't know what is Dzogchen view. They don't know, right? First of all, another things, gradually, something many different kind of practice, when after finally we can get. So today is that.
Thank you. So I guess we have, do we have, Tom, some time for questions? Or?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
About 10 minutes, I think.
Okay.
5 minutes or so.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you suggest when you're focused on the body and you're working with feelings, but maybe you're a little more into the feelings rather than out of touch with them? What do you suggest for that, just so that there's a happy medium, being able to experience the feelings without over-experiencing?
I think that using awareness is to try to hold the experience with a sense of just open awareness. So if you notice the tendency is to get more involved in the feeling of there may be an underlying identity involved, but continually coming back to holding the experience with awareness and noticing that tendency. I don't know if there would, but that would be my sense.
So, were you pleased with your decision to become a monk?
I'm sorry?
Were you pleased with your decision to become a monk?
Which place?
He wants to know, were you happy that you became a monk?
Yeah. You mean, did you happy, right? Oh, yes.
Baruch?
Hi. That practice that we did, is that a practice that you do just in sitting meditation, or can you do that walking around? How do you incorporate that into your overall practice?
Usually this practice is part of 5 Zalong exercise. Yes, I talked about only here in the heart chakra. Usually Koran chakra and Throat chakra and the heart chakra, neighbor chakra, secret chakras. It's many different kinds. Usually I do this practice most every morning. Even first I talked about 9 breathings, right? That's very, very simple but very helpful. Even you get cold, even you get cold, you try to that. It's cleansing your all, I do it most time. When sometimes I got a headache, then I do. 9 breathings. I don't go to doctor. My feel is that. Yeah.
Geshe Shakur.
Yes.
You mentioned that the Bon tradition predates, is older than what we consider to be, the normal, the traditional Buddhist traditions, at least here in the West. I've not heard of the Bon tradition.
Yeah.
And when you spoke about it, is there some controversy within Buddhist that it's actually part of Buddhism? Do other sects view it differently? Or I'm looking for maybe some context to figure out how other people in Buddhism, how the other schools view the Bon school. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Most I answer. Yeah. Briefly, what you say? Sorry. Short.
Is there? Maybe not controversy is not the right word. Is there? How does the Bon tradition fit in with the other traditions? Do they view it as being a valid part of Buddhism?
Yes. The Buddhist, Buddhism means Tibetan, little bit different means, Tibetan we say Nangba. Nangba means Buddhist. Most Western think about Buddhism means only Shakyamuni. Buddha is Shakyamuni. But before it's not Buddha. Something like that, So with Tibetan we say, Bon, we say all the time, Bon Buddhist. Bon Buddhist means, in Tibetan, Nangba, Bon is Nangba. So we say automatically, Bon also Buddhism. So, but anyway, mainly the view is not much difference. Bon Buddhist and another Buddhist, something Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddhist. View is, many views similar. But all is different lineages. Masters, lamas, gurus, everybody is totally different. The lineage is very different. Because Bon, we believe all Sutra, Tantra, Dzogchen, all texts taught by Buddha Shenra before Buddha Shakyamuni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So His Holiness the Dalai Lama has recognized the Bon tradition as being one of the 5 traditions.
Yeah.
So does that mean that the Shakyamuni Buddha was a reincarnation of the earlier Buddha? Are they one and the same?
Yes.
Oh.
Bon say Buddha Shakyamuni is reincarnation of the Buddha Shenra. Yeah. That's yes.
Is that the Shambhala tradition? Or, I don't know. I don't know where the Shambhala tradition comes from in Tibet. I think it's all Buddhism.
Yeah, Shambhala tradition means Shambhala is just one center's name, right? In the West, and usually Shambhala center, that is give name the center's name, or everywhere something Shambhala tradition, maybe Ligmacha tradition, something different center's tradition. But usually Shambhala in Tibetan Shambhala means when Buddha was born, the place name is Shambhala. So even Buddha Shenra was born in Shambhala. Buddha Shakyamuni was born in India. Something like that. Shambhala is not something tradition, not specific, not specific. But you say we are saying Shambhala tradition means Shambhala center. Many Shambhala centers West, right? So everybody say, oh, that is a Shambhala tradition, right? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Geshe Shakur. Do we have any announcements? Yes, have fun.
Interestingly, he was talking about opening the heart chakra, and over the last couple of days, I decided I wanted to share meditation for 4 Wednesdays, for starting next week, and we'll be chanting first for about 15 minutes, and then meditating. And chanting is a great way to open the heart chakra and prepare for meditation. And the reason I'm offering it is because it's something I have found a lot of use for and I enjoy doing. So anyone that's interested, please let me know, or if you have any questions.
You recently put a post on the
I did
group.
last night, and maybe someone will see it.
Thank you. Other announcements?
Do you have the calendar?
I do not.
Okay.
Of who's coming next?
Yeah.
Jerry's.
It might be Heather Sunberg.
It might be. It is. Fun and exciting. It is Heather. Okay, Heather Sunberg next week. Good. Do we have a host?
Hello, I'm Tony. I'm your host today. Happy New Year. There are a lot of goodies out there. Thank you to Paul for bringing some guacamole, and Bruce brought some late harvest Fuji apples from his orchard. So please enjoy. If you have tea, please wash your cup in the hot soapy water in the sink and rinse it and put it in the drying rack when you're finished. By the way, there are compost bins. The compost bin is now by the sink. I don't know if you all know that, for food scraps and stuff. As you go out here to the right in the credenza, there's a sign-up sheet. If you're not on the mailing list, if you want to be added to the mailing list, please do so there. I will be coming around the Dana Bowl, and we can start off the new year by giving generously to the Sangha. We ask that you give at least between $5 and $8, and I'll be walking around collecting that. And after the social hour at around 12:30, some people like to go to lunch together. If you would like to join, please just stand by the front door and a group will form and you'll decide where you're going to go in. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wasn't able to remember all of our newcomers' names as you went around, but everyone please make them feel welcome during our snack period, our social period. So if there's no other announcements, let's gather in a circle for our dedication to merit.
By the power and the truth of this practice, may all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all never be separated from the sacred happiness which is without sorrow. And may all live in equanimity, without too much attachment or too much aversion, and live believing in the equality of all that lives.
Thank you for listening to the Gay Buddhist Forum. If you would like to hear several new talks per month and be notified of upcoming speakers so you can participate live, please subscribe to this podcast, like us on Facebook, and join our mailing list by visiting gaybuddhist.org.